Plaintiffs in the case were delivery drivers for a local dairy. They brought claims under the Maine wage hour law saying they were entitled to time and a half when they worked more than 40 hours in a work week delivering the product. The district court granted summary judgment on their claims and dismissed the case. It said that the plaintiffs were covered by an exemption to the Maine wage hour law for employees who were involved in the distribution of perishable foods. But the First Circuit reversed that decision and allowed the plaintiffs to proceed to trial on their claims. The Maine wage hour law contains an exemption for employees who worked with perishable foods and were involved in packing for shipment or distribution. The First Circuit went to great lengths to talk about how the insertion of a comma would have helped to determine whether that exemption applied to all distribution employees or only employees who packed products for distribution. Different courts will apply different standards when they're evaluating ambiguous statutes or regulations. Some courts will look only at the text of the statute or the regulation itself. Some courts will look at the legislative history of a statute. In this case, the First Circuit said that the Maine wage hour law had a remedial purpose and it was intended to pay employees time and a half when they worked more than 40 hours in a work week. It was unclear if it applied in this case, but given the purpose of the statute, the First Circuit would presume that it was intended to pay these plaintiffs time and a half when they worked more than 40 hours in the work week. When faced with complex statutes or regulations, employers should always make certain to read the statute or the regulation carefully and focus on its specific language. When you're proceeding in the face of ambiguity, hedge your bets whenever possible. If an employee may or may not be exempt from the overtime requirements, it might be a good idea to limit that employee's hours. On the other hand, it might be a good idea to track the hours so that you're prepared in case there's a lawsuit. But the bottom line is, know what you're getting into and be prepared for any eventuality.